What's happening and welcome. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. What it look like, what it look like. It's Monday, is it? It is Monday. They acting the plum fool out there on the West Coast. That's what they doing. They throwing stuff. They nitpicking. How y'all doing? I'm Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining me. This is the Willie Williams Show. This is the Midday News Show. Y'all, we back for the Midday News. Y'all let people know that we around here. We trying to get the top spot back. We trying to get the top spot back out here. Hold on. Is they sending out notifications? I don't think they're sending out notifications because we have been live for 8 minutes. 8 good long minutes. I do understand that the intro was a little bit long, but y'all, from the time that I pushed live, it took them almost 2 minutes. It took almost 2 minutes and 20 seconds for the first person to pop in. So that kind of just let me know that they not sending out notifications. I guess that's how it work. Y'all come on in, get your thumbs up in, the like button in, share. We got a few things to go over. Because we got that thing called civil unrest out here in the street. They acting the plum fool. Yeah, they is. Shout out to G for the $2 super chat. Say here's $2 passes for playing copyrighted music. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as this show over, I got to go in the background and delete that whole video. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little intro thing. I'm gonna be trying that right there. I'm gonna be trying to do a little different type of intros, kind of let the songs match what the show gonna be about. I'm gonna do my best. I promise you that right there. I'm gonna do my best. You say the Accept and Agree channel sent the notification? Really? Maybe they're not upset. Maybe they're not upset over there on that channel. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. We is live on 2 different channels. We have a channel called Accept and Agree. We trying to get the watch hours up over there. So the best way to get the watch hours up is to have a few people over there watching that channel too, because we're doing like 2-hour shows, so we can get the watch hours up in like a month. Unless people go ahead on and watch the standalone videos, then we can get it up even faster. The 334 the Gump Monkey Town is up in the building. What it do? So the Bronx, New York is in the bit. Say what poppin' past that Lake D 30 minutes of 5. What's happening? Slow moving Monday midday madness showing up here. We about to take our time, y'all. Baton Rouge, Louisiana's up in this thing. Say YT slipping with the notifications. Yeah, they is. They treating us like they don't like us no more. That's what they doing. He said, is Willie taking shots at L.A.? No. Hell, Pop did say the live and die. The live and die there in that bit. For real though. I've been hearing a few things over the weekends. I've been seeing a few things over the weekends. I've been feeling like this and feeling like that over the weekend. You know, as I've been watching what's going on in our great country, the great United States of America. Wouldn't want to be nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? I know. Willie, he's not the best player on the planet. Stuff like that right there. Well, as far as I know, this is the greatest place on the planet because ain't really nobody leaving here in masses going nowhere else. So, and they give you the opportunity to go ahead on and leave if you want to. So, you know, ain't nobody trying to hold you here. We live, baby. Baltimore's in there bit at work with it. That's what's up. Get that paper. Ain't nothing more important than your money. Shout out to D-Boy for being a member out here in these streets, showing some love. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, ain't nothing more important than your money. I know a lot of people will make the argument, money ain't everything. Say that dumb shit like that right now. Money ain't everything. Money can't buy you love. Well, shit, it can buy you a whole bunch of monkey. I don't know what to tell y'all. Look. Money can't buy you love. Think about it. Let it simmer. Money can't buy you love. Money can't buy you love. Which is kind of strange to me because people, they be in love with you and or be in love with the money that you have. So they listen. If the person who is with you because you got money is not in love with you, but they in love with your money, they treat you like they love you, although you would say they don't love you for you, they love you for your money. I want y'all to think about this. Think about it. Hold on. Slow it down. Bring it back. Think about it. Okay, you say that money can't buy you love. And a lot of people say, well, that person is only with you because of your money. She don't love you. Okay. Watch it. What is in love with? What is love? Let's just say that we may want to we want to use the word respect. All right. Well, due to the money that I may have, like if I'm rich or something like that right there, and it's just this woman, she want me for my money. Got it. But it's about the respect. So the money got her respecting me then because it's my money. It's my riches. I get it. Money can't buy you love. But the person who you get with will love the money that you got. In turns, they will treat you good because they love the money. They know if they treat you bad, they no longer can enjoy the money. Am I confusing? Do it make sense though? You can say it can temporarily buy you love and a new address. Goddamn right. And listen. Do y'all really wanna be in love? Cause when we be in love, we do the dumbest things. Have y'all ever noticed that you really don't do dumb shit? Like really, really dumb and detrimental stuff when you're not in love? Have y'all noticed when you is just dealing with somebody but you're not in love, shit go better? Huh? No. Money can't buy you love, but it can buy you respect. Would you rather be respected or loved? A lot of people say, well, would you rather be loved or feared? A lot of people will say, well, yeah. You're loved because if people fear you, then people do something to you. People try to kill you when they fear you. Well, people kill you when they love you too. Yeah, I don't. It is like if we sit back and we think about stuff, I truly believe that people have been using that sentence, money will not buy you love, to discourage people from getting money. From discouraging people from focusing on money. Because they don't want you to get that bag and they don't want you to get rich and all that stuff right there. They want you to be in a position right where they are at. You say fear is better. Yeah, I can go with that. Now it's like I got older and it's like, yeah. It is kind of like when you feared your mama and you feared your daddy. For those of you who got a dad and those of you who know your daddy. You acted accordingly. Most people, a lot of people fear the police, and it's not fearing the police to just be fearing the police. You fear the police because of what they can do to you, as far as taking you to jail and ruining your day and costing you money. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I think we fear consequences and repercussions. That's really what keeps us in line. Sugarland Texas is up in the house. Hashtag Willie say, hush, what to do. Say fear brings respect. Yes, I like that. I like that. He said being in love is like being in a soft boundary everywhere till you out of there. Yeah, being in a soft boundary. Well, you may have a point. Say what love got to do with it? Nothing. Nothing at all. I just truly do think when people used to say that, hell, people, they still say that. Money can't buy you love. Well, let me find out. Because of one thing that we do know, broke can't buy you love either. And then when we think about this right here, they say money can't buy you love to discourage you, But we fall in love while being broke, and relationships they still don't work anyway. We fall in love while being broke and still get disrespected. You know, we fall in love while we broke and shit just don't go right. And sometimes we fall in love while broke and we live happily ever after. Money can't buy you love. The 501 Louisville, Kentucky is sitting on up in here, hitting that like button a little late, but I'm here. Damn it, I'm just glad that you done showed up. You know. Money can't buy you love. I like that right there. Well, I say let me find out then. Money can buy you a whole bunch of little bitches. I'm trying to tell you something. What if, like for a man, if you're telling a man money can't buy you love, but what if a man loves women? And let's say that he pay and or he gets women because of his riches. So technically money can buy you love if you love women. Maybe it's the same thing for women. Money can buy you love. Maybe she loves men and the money brings on the men. And the type of men that she would like. And for the dude, the type of women that you would actually like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You say money can't buy you love, but for the love of money, people would do anything. Bam! I like it. Is it our fault that people love money? Is it our fault that so many people love money? Do y'all know, and just to think about it, just now that I'm just now thinking about it, I would think that the people who was born rich, their family rich, and they never really had a concept of not having money and or having to struggle to get and have money. I think those people would never have a love for money because it has not been something that they've been without. I would say that a majority of people who have a love for money is people who didn't always have money. And then if that's the case, because isn't that in the Bible, the love of money, you will perish or something like that? It kind of go with like the eye of the needle stuff. But anyway, why would we have even been born into a place that we would not have the money that we're not supposed to have a love for? People is born in poverty. And you need money to get out of poverty. So we fight so hard to have money. And why wouldn't you love money if you was born in poverty? Why wouldn't you love to what? Damn, if I get this, I could eat better. Why wouldn't you have a love for it? Boy, when I had this, I sleep better. People treat me better. You know what I'm saying? I can move here. I can move there. I can buy this. Why wouldn't you love money? Because money allows you to do things. Money helps you do things. Isn't that like being in love with somebody and having a teammate, a soulmate, a person from your rib, a helpmate? Would you love your helpmate if your helpmate didn't do anything to help? You know what I'm saying? So why we don't look at money as a helpmate? And we tend to love our helpmate, right? Because the helpmate be doing stuff too. But the money do stuff too. So why can't we love the money? I don't know. I just thought about this right now. Never trust somebody that that love money too much. Well, how will we determine if somebody love money too much? Like, I love me some money. Bitch, I want me some money, and I want a whole bunch of it. Like I don't. Say Willie preaching the book of Genesis. I didn't even know. I didn't even know. But look. I love me some money. I can do stuff with money. I don't get it. I love to get it. Like I love to. Don't nobody really want to work, but I love to work for like a lot of money. I don't like to work for like a little bit of money. I think like the majority of people would love to work for a lot of money. Like if I do something for like an hour, like I just got 20,000. I love me some money. You know what I'm saying? You say humans been loving money since the beginning of time. I don't see, and that's what make you think like, why is loving money the problem? I don't know why loving the money and how. And again, how do we determine if somebody loves money? How do we know? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. How do we know if somebody loves money? You say I have a love-hate relationship with money. I love doing stuff, but I hate some of the stuff I have to do to get it. I like that. I like that right there. I like that right there. I don't know. I can tell you what I don't love, being broke. I don't love being without it. I promise you that right there. I hate being without it. Just saying. As long as you're getting said money legally. As long as you're getting the money legally, what? And it's only illegal because somebody said that it's illegal the way that you get your money to keep you on a so-called even playing field. When there's millions of people who have gotten money and kept money and been able to pass money down to their family illegally. People, there was a time when I was coming up that people used to say out loud that I don't take that dirty money. Don't bring that dirty money in my house. And a lot of churches would not accept the dirty money. At least they said that out loud. Just saying. Cause legal money and illegal money spend the same way. If you were starving and somebody had some illegal money, but you needed some money to get you some food, would you turn down that illegal money to get you some food? Or would you take that damn money and go on around to the KFC or Chick-fil-A or something and go on to buy you a meal? You say, well, it's all dirty money. Now that's starting to make more sense. You say all money is dirty. It's starting to make some sense. But because of how we have been taught, I used to be in the community and I used to pay attention to people's daily pay or weekly pay. And when you pay attention to people's daily pay, you be like, well, how this person just made, or yourself, well, if I could take the penitentiary chances to let's say make $2,000 a day, and I keep getting away with this, $2,000 a day. You or your parents barely make $2,000 a month. But we have been led to believe that the illegal money is the bad money. It just don't. So you mean to tell me waiting all month to make these little petty ass little $2,000 is the right way to do stuff? So I got to work longer and harder to get what I could have got in less than 24 hours. And that make you feel better because you done work 100, 40, 60, 80, 240 hours. Is that right? 4 times, 8, no, 160 hours in a month if you just working the 40 hours a week. You had to work 160 hours. Well, no, 4 times, 160 hours and wait 30 days for you to get your $2,000. We did this here in less than 10 hours. $2,000. But you see how we've been taught? They taught you to slave long and you get yours later, huh? That's what's up. Anyway. I've been paying attention over the weekend. I have been seeing clips here and there. I've been seeing stuff. And when I see stuff, I got to go on and say something about some stuff. Let me grab that. Let me see if I can put this up on the screen better than this right here. They is, like we say, acting the plumb fool. Acting a donkey. Mm-hmm. And it's not, I would say it's not predominantly black folk. I don't even think I saw a lot of black folk dealing with this right here. But we're going out here to L.A. Y'all come on in, hit your thumbs up, share. Do not be afraid. It's 29 after the hour. Thank y'all for being around here, y'all. We also streaming live on rumble.com, the Willie Williams Show. Going around there, hit the thumbs up and the share button. We also streaming live on Twitter, twitter.com, the Willie Williams Show. Hit the share button, the like button, do all that fly stuff right there. And we also on Twitch, twitch.tv.com, the Willie Williams Show. We're at 257 followers now on Twitch. I appreciate y'all, boy. We have been fighting the long fight around here on Twitch, and we finally making some headway. The more and more that we be out here putting in this work, then the more and more people will actually come on around here and enjoy themselves and get them some news. Let's go on out here to L.A. We're going out here to L.A. There is ICE protesting. There's ICE protesting. The police, they arguing over illegal immigrants. They arguing over illegal immigrants. And I'm finna show y'all something that I really don't be liking. About people. But go ahead.
All right.
7:09.
The biggest story in our country is what's happening in Los Angeles right now.
Yes, because there have been protests over the immigration raids, and they've been escalating in Los Angeles after President Trump deployed thousands of National Guard troops against California Governor Gavin Newsom's wishes.
All right. Doug Luzader.
Well, we have a live look.
No, we don't.
Okay.
No, we don't. Here's Doug down in D.C.
No, we don't, baby.
Good morning, and this is kind of a federal versus state battle playing out now as California, as the president promised to defend federal agents in Los Angeles. Rioters pelted police with everything from fireworks to street signs, pinning them under an underpass for a time. Elsewhere, protesters clashed with federal officers and now hundreds of National Guard troops deployed by President Trump.
Well, we're going to have troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country.
The president on his way to Camp David as city officials blamed him for the unrest over recent immigration crackdowns.
What we're seeing in L.A. is chaos caused by the administration.
LA's mayor lashed out at Trump as the city's police chief described the threats his officers are facing.
Now let's just remember her because she is the mayor of the city, right? Go ahead.
They have a hammer and they'll break up the cinder block and use that, pass it around to throw at officers, to throw at cars, and throw at other people.
The California Governor Gavin Newsom took to X, though, to call on the president to back off, writing, "I have formally requested the Trump administration rescind their unlawful deployment of troops in Los Angeles County and return them to my command." The Pentagon has said that Marines could be deployed, with the president saying he will not put up with violent protests.
When they spit at people, they spit. That's their new thing. They spit, and worse, you know what they throw at them, right? And when that happens...
Y'all know what they throw at them. He talking about they throwing mess on people.
I have a little statement. They say they spit we him.
They spit
And the
weed.
president wrote on Truth Social that the federal government must liberate Los Angeles from what he calls a migrant invasion. Mike and Alex.
Ooh, a migrant invasion. I like the terms of that right there. But look. Like I've been trying to tell y'all about, even with accountability, holding people accountable. People will continue to do what they is doing if they don't be held accountable. If we keep giving people passes, being soft on crime. Being soft on crime, in my mind, is a real problem. Being tough on crime is a really good thing, because in my mind, it stopped a lot of the criminal activity. Right. It's kind of like when I be trying to tell y'all that I like that y'all God in the Old Testament, because God didn't play with you in the Old Testament. See, God playing with y'all in the New Testament while he got y'all up under grace. Because that's what y'all be saying. You got y'all up under grace. So y'all keep getting times to, y'all spend a whole bunch of time, people spend a whole bunch of time keep doing the things that they're not supposed to do because they're not being held accountable right then. See, we can stop the mess if we get tough on crime. And I just want to ask God to listen. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? But God, look. You need to come put your foot down on the goddamn people out here in these doggone street. They're acting their ass out here in the streets, and Trump trying to have some law and order out here. Go ahead.
I believe he even used the word insurrection. Is that right?
No, he didn't.
He has not invoked the Insurrection Act, and that's been a question all along here. It hasn't happened yet, and he was asked yesterday whether this qualified in his mind as an insurrection. Doesn't think so yet. It's one of those things that he says he knows it when he sees it, but he doesn't think it's there yet.
You say, bring back the dogs and the water hoses. Bam. Shout out to Swaggy Dead for the $1 cash shot. You say, tell them babies to stop wasting that good spit. It's a good thing. Remember, spit is a felony. And spit can also have you with a millionaire. But go ahead.
Okay. Just an interesting word.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doug. See you again tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on.
All right, then, Doug. Moving right along. Hold on. we just getting started. Because I saw a few things, and there's a few things that made me laugh. But the one thing that I really also want to tell y'all is, y'all know I can't stand people who is out here protest. What? The protesting part isn't my problem. I just be tripping that people from other countries be protesting with their country flag, the country that they either fled from or the country that they wasn't born and raised in. The reason why I just pointed out born and raised in, and they swinging flags from their country, because there's so many people who was born in America that's waving, like they say, their country flag when it's not their country. If you born in America, like it has been, but we're trying to change that law, you is an American, right? But we're trying to get that law changed because that law wasn't meant for everybody. If I'm not mistaken, that law was meant for black folk. To where if you is born in America, then you is an American. That law was not for everybody, but okay. Anyway, it trips me out with people who was born in America, so that actually makes you America, but then will be out here protesting with their so-called country flag that their parents came from. That be tripping me out. So I can't say that you fled from that country. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who done fled from these doggone countries out here with their country flag. You got to be the craziest. It's stupid. Listen. If you love your country so much, we were just talking about love. If you love a country so much, then you need to be in your country, right? Right. You need to spend like the majority of the time in your country, helping your country to succeed and go forward and all that, right? Progress. It's kind of like if I say that I love a woman, or I'm in love with that woman, then I need to actually be with that woman. Wouldn't the expectation of me saying that I love this person that I should be with this person? I don't know. I'm just trying to think it through. Here we go. It's some anarchy going on out here in these streets.
Are in a state of unrest tonight. Hundreds of soldiers, police officers and protesters clashing into the...
You see this here? With this little flag right here? If I'm not mistaken, is this a Mexican flag?
early hours. This is a live shot of downtown LA as we go to air. It's 1 a.m. local time. Earlier, the introduction of the military stoked tensions with tear gas unleashed, rubber bullets fired and demonstrators swarming a major freeway and setting cars alight.
After 2 days of anarchy.
Do y'all see this shit? Do y'all see this shit? Do y'all understand that law enforcement is standing by? Chilling, smoke a square, drink coffee. Huh? At that moment, nothing is going on.
And unrelenting street battles in downtown LA. The orders coming from the commander-in-chief.
They spit, we hit. And I told them, nobody's going to spit on our police officers.
300 National Guard soldiers joining police on the front line.
They had to send in the National Guards. I think the last time the National Guards was sent in was for the George Floyd incident, if I'm not mistaken. So that was a Mexican flag. Yeah. So if y'all be like loving Mexico like that right now, shoot on back across the border. It's nothing.
Taking on a crowd of thousands who had been mobilised by Donald Trump's immigration policy. Federal agents rounding up dozens of illegal immigrants who make up a large chunk of the city.
Immigrants built this city, there's no denying that. And when they're trying to take that out, it's not okay.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about a little something. Immigrants built this city. Got it. So are they saying that ICE is removing all immigrants? Is ICE trying to remove all immigrants? I can answer that question, kind of, sorta. I don't believe that ICE is removing all immigrants, or attempting to remove all immigrants. Isn't this about illegal immigration? Isn't this what ICE has been deployed to do? To scoop up all the illegal immigrants? Now I know. Some people say it's unconstitutional. I get it. So I had to pull up something, which I'm going to go ahead on and read in just a second.
It's definitely LA showing up.
I'm Mexican American, and this is my people.
It's the first time.
Mexican American, this is my people.
Since 1965, a US president has called in the National Guard without local government consent.
All right. This is the first time that the government, that the troops have been deployed without a governor consent. Mm-hmm.
The state's governor tonight daring Donald Trump to take him instead.
Get your hands off these poor people just trying to live their lives, man.
Do y'all see the foolery? Take your hands off these people who just trying to live their lives. So you mean to tell me that we're not going to follow the rules and regulations, but when I'm talking to you people who is watching me now, when you people over in California, y'all do this thing called break the law, that they hold you accountable? So y'all governor is saying, let these people just live. They just trying to make a way for their family and stuff. Well, why? Shout out to Biggie. Damn it, Biggie said the best. They done jumped out and damn it, they done arrested me and done took me to jail when I was just trying to feed my daughter. You know, he was slinging that shit on the corner and the police. I think it was Juicy. Don't even worry about that right there. So he want to give the illegals passes. And this is what be tripping me out about you good Democrats who be arguing for the illegals. I'm going to keep saying illegals because that's all we talking about. When you do something illegal, you be held accountable. They lock your black ass up for doing something illegal. Remember that. Go ahead.
State's governor tonight daring Donald Trump to take him instead.
Get your hands off these poor people just trying to live their lives, man.
Just trying to live their lives. I got a whole bunch of partners who was selling heroin and cocaine who was just trying to live their life. They still in prison. They were just trying to live their life, and I've been over like 30 years ago. They're still in prison. If you got them, let them go. God damn it.
Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with.
This is y'all governor. Him stupid. Why don't you just come after me? Let's get it over with. That will not change the fact that y'all have people who is in the country, who is in y'all state, who has broken the laws. Okay, so we arrest you. We still got people who are breaking the laws, and we still got to uphold the laws of the city, land, country, all that fly stuff, right?
Tough guy.
Back on the streets, the military reinforcements only seemed to escalate the situation as police tried to regain control.
This is the most amount of force we've been seeing by police in the past couple of hours.
One of the city's key freeways shut down. Hundreds filtering down the on-ramp, walking straight into the flow of traffic. Officers taking aim with weapons, shooting rubber bullets indiscriminately at anyone in their path. We found ourselves in the firing line of the LAPD.
After hours of standing off, this situation has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
I'm glad to hear that report.
Now listen. That was not funny. That was not funny because this is one of my colleagues. This is one of my peers. Go.
Rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
It is this officer in the back right here. Watch. This right here.
You just shut the
I'm glad.
I can't take it. I can't take that right. Wait, hold on. Dude, I should have been out there. Do y'all know how... And it's crazy, like, for me to say that I would have kind of enjoyed it for me getting shot by a rubber bullet. The same way that she got shot. I would have blew... This would have been my moment. Right here to blow up. My YouTube would just... I'm telling I get so many doggone subscribers. Just shoot me in the angle or something like that right there. But be like graze me though. Like don't like a full-on shoot. Now this person right here may need an award.
On through the heart of LA.
Look at watch. Boom! That's what you talking about. Talking about. Bitch, I told you to get back.
I'm glad to hear that report.
Told you to get back, but you're running your mouth. You're not paying attention. Listen, she wasn't watching her six. She wasn't watching her six. He say Willie had her in his bullseye.
Is okay. Again, we're all watching that on.
But this is not something that should be happening to American citizens. So she was just trying to do the reporting. So in my mind, he may be held accountable. That officer may be held accountable because that's the media. And or if I'm not mistaken, the media she and her team can sue law enforcement because she is the media. She out there with a whole microphone with a cameraman in front of her. So,
on our screens, and people obviously will be acting with appropriate care.
We know that the Prime Minister is set to meet with Donald Trump in coming days, and he must actively and urgently raise this issue.
Oh, I'm going to raise the issue. Got it. They say if they keep this up, take the federal fundings from their programs until they stop showing their ass. Huh? That's a good idea.
In an attempt to shield themselves, protesters building barricades with outdoor furniture. It was chaos from both sides.
I got to say, shout out to the protesters for using chairs and tables and picnic snack chairs and shit to block themselves. Man, that's real heroic.
Barricades with outdoor furniture. It was chaos from both sides.
Say, well, it's a war zone. Shit happens. You right, man.
Fireworks spooking mounted police as motorbike riders took on the riot squad.
Look at these fools.
But they didn't get far.
Look. Just stupid.
Sections of the mob then went.
No, they out there playing with the police. Now, do y'all think that this is a real good look? Do y'all think that this right here is a real good look? This does not look good for the city. Civil unrest is a real problem, and I know that a lot of people, they may agree with how they're protesting. I would say I don't agree with how they're protesting. When you show that the citizens can overtake law enforcement and damn near be successful, that's not a good look on national television, because it encourages other people to try the same thing. And listen, I know that a lot of people may want the civil unrest and the anarchy to happen. I do get it. But do y'all understand that y'all got these things called families and homes, you know, children, things that you don't work your behind off for? If we have to deploy all the police to this incident, to what's happening out in these streets, there's nobody riding around in your neighborhoods. Huh? I want y'all to really think that when them folks in LA calls the police and they hope the police can come on around there, it's going to take them a lot longer. Why? Because the majority of law enforcement is at this incident. Businesses will get robbed. Your home's broken in. All type of shit, because of all this attention have to be there. And y'all got to ask yourself this right here too. In my mind, all this stuff be playing. It all be playing. And I do also think that the governor is going to run for president.
Went on the rampage, targeting a number of self-driving cars. They went up in flames with the help of an American flag. The smoke
burnt the flag. They burnt the flag. Oh, they need to be put down.
Blowing across the city, mixing with tear gas. As people were arrested, others were willing to join the fight.
Look at them. All that little civil unrest. That's what's up. Y'all know what I have not been seeing, though. I have not been seeing black folks. You say your president love chaos. Is it that he love chaos, or how can I say it? I think that our president is just different, and he's just one who, okay, here's the problem, here's the solution. I think our president is one who don't like to be played with, who is not with the games and shit like that, right though. You know what I'm saying? Like even with like the tariffs and shit. They have been banging us for the longest. And so he stands up to say no more. You know what I'm saying? And people like, oh my God, Trump is this and Trump is that. But when you've been getting banged from the back door for so long, shouldn't you stand up and be like, enough is enough? If the things that, and now listen, the things have been happening out in Los Angeles for a while now with these protesters. See, it's not just your protesting. They have been destroying shit. Graffitiing stuff, spraying the trains and the buses and acting a plum fool. Nothing has been happening. Nothing has been happening. The governor just said, hey, these people just trying to live.
It was time for calm.
I call on all Angelenos to continue expressing your right, your anger, your outrage, but to do it peacefully.
Y'all know she sound like that, what was the lady from, the mayor from Ferguson? Or something like that. Was it Ferguson or Memphis or... Whenever back then we had the riots, when she told the police, no, just let them do what they doing, though. Just let them people go ahead on the riot, though. Just let them tear up the city, though. Goddamn. Listen, to all Angelenos, y'all keep doing what you're doing. And then she gonna end it with peacefully. Bitch, we know that you just had to throw in the peacefully just so it could sound good. We know what you mean in the beginning. Just keep burning up the cars. Just keep burning up the building. Just keep tearing up your cities.
I call on all Angelenos to continue expressing your right, your anger, your outrage, but to do it peacefully.
To do it peacefully. They ain't been peaceful. They ain't been peaceful. She is not telling all Angelenos to stand down. Stop throwing the Molotov cocktails. Stop spray painting stuff. She just said do it peaceful. Well, you can spray paint stuff being peaceful, can't you? You can spray paint cars being peaceful, can't you? Can you bust out windows being peaceful? I don't know. Just saying.
There's no putting a lid on the people's fury.
Look at that.
A city torn apart by a president's policy.
I'm dragging them because they're dragging us.
I'm dragging them because they're dragging us. Are you not an American citizen?
City torn apart by a president's policy.
I'm dragging them because they're dragging us.
The challenge now to find a peaceful finish line. In Los Angeles,
I'm dragging them because they're dragging us. They're not trying to remove you. See. Let me just go ahead and take that back.
By a president's policy.
I'm dragging them because they're dragging us.
The challenge now to find a peaceful finish line. In Los Angeles, Lauren Tomasi, 9 News.
All right, let's go live to US correspondent.
I have been seeing too over the internet to where people was like, where's the black folks? I was seeing some comments to where people was like, well, Mexicans and stuff was help black folks with Ferguson and all that, and we don't see a lot of black people out here. I want to tell y'all, dog, you folks, but y'all been leave that shit alone. It ain't your fight. And I do understand what people are saying. Well, where is the black folks? It's supposed to be black and brown. But I've been seeing it on the internet. I have not seen like posters or anything going on out there in Los Angeles. You say we not immigrants. We not immigrants. They ain't got nothing to do with us, pimp. And listen, y'all got to understand, they rioting over illegal immigrants. Now, since I said that right there, they rioting over the illegal immigrants. Let me just put this on the screen. It was some. Let me just leave that right there and pull this right here up. Because I was asking the questions. Because a lot of people say that this is unconstitutional. And I was like, what do you mean unconstitutional? It's illegal. So they need to be deported. I didn't have all the information. So I got educated on the information. Due process rights. Due process rights are guaranteed by the 5th and 14th Amendment, are crucial for immigrants, including undocumented immigrants, who are subject to government actions affecting their life, liberty, or property. These rights ensure fair treatment, including the opportunity to be informed or charged, present evidence, and potentially have a hearing before a judge. However, exceptions exist, such as expedited removal proceedings, where undocumented immigrants may be deported without a full hearing if they meet certain criteria. What is due process? Due process is a fundamental legal principle that requires the government to follow fair proceedings when taking actions that could affect someone's life, liberty, or property. It's a safeguard against arbitrary and or unfair government actions. It applies to everyone within the U.S. regardless of their immigration status. I didn't know that there was laws on the books to where even if you're not a citizen, you still fall under the U.S. Constitution. You still fall under the due process because there is a due process for immigrants. I didn't know. Shout out to it's due process against illegal immigrants also. So shout out to G for the $2 super chat. He say, ain't no black brown correlation. We are the brown one. say we are the brown ones. Yes. We listen. We have been called black for so long. We do forget that we brown. We brown skinned it. That's what they say. But I know what they be talking about. The black and brown, meaning our Hispanic brothers and sisters, people brown from other countries or something like that. You say due process in immigration matters. Immigration laws often involves due process, especially when it comes to deportation or removal proceedings. Immigrants are entitled to notice of the charges against them, the opportunity to present their case, and the chance to be represented by counsel. Expedited removal is an exception allowing for quicker deportation of certain individuals without full hearings before an immigration judge. However, individuals subject to expedited removal still have the right to seek asylum if they fear prosecution. I was saying to myself, because people have been saying that they have, or Trump has been violating the Constitution when it comes down to the immigrants. And I was like, so you mean to tell me a president is just violating constitutional rights for illegal people? I say, well, hell, there got to be some type of exceptions to the rule. It has to be something, because all of the ICE personnel is out there doing their damn job as their job's supposed to be done under these orders. Nobody is standing up and saying, oh my God, I'm not going to do this job because of the constitutional. This is going against the Constitution. Other governors and mayors and everything is like, okay, this is legal. But I was informed that this is not legal. They say they leave out the word illegal immigrants. This is why they also put up, what was that thing that I said? Damn it. I just saw it too. Regardless of immigration status. Because if I'm not mistaken, illegal will fall under immigration status, right? Because you're here, you are a immigrant illegally in the United States of America. So that has a lot to do with your status. So, but if I'm not mistaken, they was trying to, and or ordered to remove people who first remove people who was criminals, right? And then we gonna go after everybody who is just illegal, right? But they're supposed to have this thing called due process. Shout out to the expedited removals. And then I also found out that a lot of times that if a person has not been here for 2 years, you can be removed without all of that due process stuff. I think I saw that right there. But anyway, let Buddy say what he gonna say.
Streets tonight. It is a little calmer now, but earlier there have been riotous scenes, looting taking place in this very part of Los Angeles itself. And the US president has sent a pretty ominous warning. Watching from where he is tonight, he sent out a message on Truth Social saying, looking bad in LA, bring in the troops. He has 500 Marines on standby. That might be a thing of what's to come in the hours ahead. Peter.
Jonathan, thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. You say, my sister used to think like Willie until the police jumped on her and her son at a library. You say all Willie need is a good white whooping to put him in his place. Oh, wow. Well, I don't know, because I'm going to respond like this. I guess you could say what you can say because you don't know a person's background. See, you don't know all my dealings with the police. And let me just say it like this. You said all Willie needs is a good white whooping to put him in place. So what about a black whooping from a police officer? Wouldn't that put me in my place? And I would say that you're wrong due to the white whooping putting me in my place. Again, you don't know my background. But anyway, and I still speak the way I speak regardless of my background. Go ahead. You try.
Our US correspondent, Lauren Tomasi, is in Los Angeles. Lauren, you
all right, baby?
Your crew were caught up in the chaos earlier. How are you?
Peter, I'm okay. My cameraman Jimmy and I are both safe. This is just one of the unfortunate realities of reporting on these kinds of incidents. It has been a really volatile day on the streets of Los Angeles, and I do want to show you the scene here tonight. We are in downtown Los Angeles right now, and this entire area has been cleared out. The city warned that if anyone moves through here, they will be arrested on the spot.
If anybody come through there, they will be arrested on the spot, as they should have been arrested out there. And they goddamn screaming. They were throwing stuff and tearing up stuff. But listen. If I'm not mistaken, the police was ordered to stand down when this started to get out of hand a long time ago. If I'm not mistaken, they was ordered to stand down when these people was graffitiing they goddamn cars and everything. They was told to not arrest people. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong now.
Been a lot of tempers flaring here today, and certainly tonight there was a lot of anger in the City of Angels. Pete.
Lauren, thank you.
A lot of angels in the City of Angels. They out there acting their ass out there in the doggone street. Well, it happens. It happens. I'm really not. This kind of reminds me of like the George Floyd stuff and all that, but it's just life. And again, we're going to get over it. We're going to get over it. If y'all just not coming on in, we're also streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show, twitter.com, The Willie Williams Show, rumble.com, The Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all for joining the player. Go ahead on and hit the like button, the subscribe button. Don't be afraid to hit all the doggone buttons. What's going on here?
Complete as state law enforcement. No National Guard here in the picture. But just getting more images here on Live Now from Fox. Let's just listen in here briefly. We're hearing.
Do y'all understand how they shut down?
Honk of horns, the sound of fireworks being shot off, people in the distance.
This is why in my mind, the governor has fumbled the ball. The governor has fumbled. You mean to tell me that the governor couldn't tell the mayor, listen, we got to clear these goddamn streets. I understand that they're protesting, but you blocking traffic. And I do understand that a lot of protesters tend to block traffic, but we got to get these goddamn cars moving. This is a health hazard. This is a fire hazard, y'all. This right here is a fire hazard. Listen. All you have to do is put your foot on the gas. Just go and put your foot on the gas. Listen, the protesters will back up on the side. I'm just trying to help. When you allow this type of civil unrest, in the Democratic eyes, you have done a good thing. In the Democratic eyes, you have done a good thing. In the liberal eyes, you have done a good thing. Just let whatever gonna happen. But you can't get the way you going as a person. You can't go get your kid from daycare. You can't. Now, a lot of people that had to go to work, but because they shut down the freeways and all that fly stuff, you couldn't get to your job. Now, I know a lot of you all would really appreciate it that this is your day off. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my day. Shit, I tried to come to work. Every street blocked off. Look at it. It's on the news. But you ain't never tried to go to work. You just know that it's blocked off because you were watching the news before it was time for you to go to work. Mm-hmm. You say, nope, this was a peaceful protest before Trump sent the troops in. Well, that's a lie. The police was good in protesting and the police was good and the protesters was too. Trump escalated it. This governor is doing with Browns what Trump and Willie is doing with whites. Well, that's not true. They've been spray painting and burning shit before the National Guards was there. Mm-hmm. Oh, see, this ain't just started this weekend. I don't. Oh, that's what y'all think? This ain't just started this week. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was last week. I showed a video and I was like, oh, I thought that this right here just happened. But no, this been going on for over a month. It's just not at this, like this has been like the worst of the worst. But the destroying the property, the graffitis on buses and the trains and buildings and shit, this been going on. So when you say, oh, it's been peaceful protesting before Trump sent in the National Guards, that's not true. But you got the ability to say it. I really ain't tripping. Anyway. I hope things change. I hope a whole bunch of people get shot and arrested out here in the goddamn street. Listen, the same thing I said when the George Floyd shit was going on. Yeah, you destroying shit, then damn it, you need to be taken down. You say an unlawful assembly has been declared. Any person who remains on the Alameda, Los Angeles Street, Aliso Street and the 101 freeway, the Alameda and the 110 freeway are subject to arrest. Please avoid the 101 freeway downtown. That's what's up. Damn it, I need to be arrested. Damn it, I can't get to work. Lock their ass up out here in these streets. I can't get home. I can't get to my la. I'm trying to hurry up and get home before somebody else get to my la. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to cop block out here in these streets. But anyway, we done got that day out the way. They say free R. Kelly and Tory Lanez. That's what's up. Get them on out of there. You got them, let them go. They say, why you ain't did no stories on white South Americans? You know it'd be funny though, every time we be talking about black folk, which this ain't even about black folks. But I'm still gonna make the statement. Every time we talking about black folk, we gotta always say, well, why we ain't talking about something else? This my show. Every time you be talking about black folks or I guess now brown folk, we gotta talk about white folks. Why? What they gotta do with anything? Why? If I'm talking about women, well, why you ain't saying nothing about the men? Damn. There's places who do or talk about the things that you want to be talked about out here in these streets. But I've never understood that. But you know when don't nobody say anything? When you're talking about black men, don't nobody say, well, why you not talking about the women? Why you not talking about the other men? Why you not? They don't say nothing. It's only when you're talking about blacks as a whole, when you talk, I'm guessing browns as a whole, when you're talking about women as a whole, you need to be talking about something else. I'd be so confused. It'd be crazy to me. I don't understand. But that's the human experience. That is the human experience. This is how we think. We cannot just focus on what we're talking about. We have to. I'm talking about the white South Africans. Who the fuck? I don't know them damn people. I have no idea what's going on over there. I can't watch everything. Shout out to G for the $2 super chat. They laugh out loud. They say people be hate watching Pastor Willie. I believe that right there, man. I truly do believe that, and this is why when I will continue to speak the way that I speak. I will continue to talk about the things that I talk about. Just is what it is, man. Hey, haven't I been trying to tell y'all that my show literally has been based on, what the hell just happened? Has been based on I don't pretend to care. Yeah. I don't pretend to care. Y'all, this is just entertainment for me. A lot of y'all been you feeling too goddamn much. It's just entertainment for me. Now listen, I need y'all support around here in the doggone street. They say we stand up and out when we want to, not when we need to. I like that right there. He say we seeing the Gemini in action. Boy, listen, I flip script. I flip script out here. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jay for the $3 cash app. Say salute to your play. I appreciate that right there. For real though. For real, y'all, we need some more thumbs up. Can we get some more thumbs ups? Let me refresh this right here to see how many thumbs up that we have over here. We have 148. Can we get over 200 on this slow moving Monday? I need your support. Let me go ahead on and let y'all hear some that I had done heard out here in these streets. They still just ain't gonna treat us right. They still ain't gonna treat us right. In North Carolina, we going to North Carolina. In North Carolina, there is a bill that is aimed to reform child welfare system, right? The child welfare system. They're trying to change it. Whoa, when I saw this title, I was like, oh, snap. Okay, well, what they about to do? What they about to do? What they about to do? Go on, put it on up. Let y'all hear what they about to do. Watch it.
A bill aimed at fixing North Carolina's child welfare system is moving forward. It would give biological fathers limited time to claim custody if a child is being adopted. 90 days after birth, 30 days after finding out about the child. Adoptive parents worry the changes could disrupt families and undo finalized adoptions.
North Carolina bill aimed to reform child welfare system was a 19-second conversation. Well, not even a conversation, just a message. Listen. That's all they gave us was 19 seconds. Shout out to Big J Boogie for the $5 cash app, cause I got 5 on it. I appreciate that right there. For real though. Watch this here though. I'ma play it back.
Bill aimed at fixing North Carolina's child welfare system is moving forward. It would give biological fathers limited time to claim custody if a child is being adopted.
It would give biological fathers time to claim what?
Time to claim custody if a child is being adopted.
If a child is being adopted, it will give them limited time. All right. So that means that we already is not getting a limited time. Got it. Go ahead.
90 days after birth, 30 days after finding out about the child.
90 days after birth, 30 days after finding out about a child. 90 days after birth, then we get to say something, hey, I want custody of that baby. 30 days after you find out. Bitch, we're going to give you 30 days to make a decision. Now you don't need 90 to make a decision after you find out. But if you already know, you get 30 days. No, wait. If you already know, you get 90 days? Say it again.
Being adopted. 90 days after to claim custody if a child is being adopted. 90 days after birth, 30 days.
90 days after birth. 90 days after birth. So I'm assuming that you is aware that the child has been born. But you get 90 days after that. So if you don't know that the child is born, but she's just not telling you, I just had your baby. So it's 30 days from there. So they're not going to give you the 90 days that they given to the people who know that the baby was born. They're not giving you those 90 after she just told you that I just had your baby.
Or 30 days after finding out about the child. Adoptive parents worry the changes could disrupt families and undo finalized adoption.
Listen. The adopted parents don't give a damn about you being no damn daddy. Don't give a damn about you being the father. The adoptive parents say that this can interfere. Watch it.
Adoptive parents worry the changes could disrupt families.
The changes could disrupt families. The changes could disrupt families, but not thinking that without these changes has always disrupted families from fathers who wanted to be a parent to their child. Yeah, that makes sense.
Adoptive parents worry the changes could disrupt families and undo finalized adoption.
Could disrupt families and undo finalize. So think about this right here. This could undo finalize adoptions. So y'all been out here adopting without even the father's consent. Y'all do know that, right? See, because a woman can put the child up for adoption without the father's consent. Now they're just changing it to where, all right, we gonna listen to you men, and we gonna give you 90 days from the date of birth. And if you ain't know that she had the baby, damn it, when she tears you up, damn it, when she comes to the club and tell you, you know I had a baby and it's yours. From that night in the club, that you get 30 more days. You get 30 days to say something now. We don't want to get this right to men because it may disrupt families. And it may disrupt this abortion, this adoption process. Wow, we care so much about fathers. Moving right along, I ain't gonna get much of you. We care so much about you, daddies. I promise you, we do. Yeah. Yep. And then wonder why our churn is failing. That's because we care so much about you, daddies. You good fathers. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Listen. And like I be also saying, I don't even understand how anybody want to have children. What is the point of having children now? What? You're going to have a hard time with something. Because life is not like smooth sailing. Life has never been a smooth sailing thing. So why would you bring a child into this shit? Like, I really don't understand. And especially for being a father, I don't even understand how any of you men want to go through the possibility of you not even being able to be a father to your child. Yeah, it's a shame, but it is what it is. Speaking of being a parent, knock all this shit right here down for you real quick. Speaking of being a parent, we got a 42-year-old. Got us one. We got a 42-year-old. Ooh, domestic love at its finest. Domestic love at its finest. A 42-year-old man who killed his wife and a child and himself. I'd have told y'all about killing yourselves. That just don't make sense.
Stated after a man shot and killed his wife and then their 7-year-old son before turning the gun on himself. It happened at around 9 this morning in an apartment complex on Park Row Boulevard. That's near North Fry Road in the Katy area. Our Troy Class has more from that scene tonight.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office says this apartment unit behind me is where a double murder-suicide occurred on Saturday morning. I spoke with the Houston Area Women's Center, who says that this tragedy is part of a larger public health issue.
You got a good point right there. You say, Willie, if the fathers was the primary custodial, the adoption rate would drop 99%. Yeah, because like we don't give up our children like that.
Harris County Sheriff's Office says a 42-year-old man shot a 43-year-old woman and their 7-year-old son before killing himself.
You know, it's so unfortunate that we're here again talking about yet another incident in which innocent lives were lost.
Celinda Guerra is director of...
All tonight, a family is calling for... Tonight, a family is devastated.
I'm sorry.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office says this apartment behavioral changes. The Sheriff's Office stating there were possible signs.
We have talked to some of the family members of the deceased male. It's our understanding that there may have been some growing mental health issues, specifically some depression.
Because
is the whoa, did he just put depression on a man? Mental health problems on a man? Go ahead.
We should never excuse, violence. Nevertheless, these are certain contributing factors that we see.
Guerra says it's important to have those difficult conversations before any potential violence escalates.
And that there are organizations like ours that can help guide them through these difficult conversations, help them understand.
Another difficult talk is with survivors. The couple's 19-year-old daughter and her boyfriend were here when the shooting occurred.
What do you say to them to get them through this situation?
So first of all, for any survivors that are out there, we want them to know that they are not alone and that this is not their fault and there are support services available.
And the Houston
What if it is their fault?
Area Women's Center has resources for families and survivors. You can find them in this story on.
Did you hear what he just said? Again, it goes back to we care so much about fathers. Watch this.
Support services available.
And the Houston Area Women's Center has resources for
In the Houston area, women's centers have resources.
families and survivors.
Families and survivors. Women's centers for women.
You can find them in this story on KHOU.com.
That's not a woman's problem. That's a man's problem because we need men's facilities and men's shelters just for men. I think a man problem is that we won't treat women how they treat us. Men will not do tit for tat. Men will not treat women how women treat men. Do y'all understand the changes that will come? Or the changes that will happen if us men treated women how women treat us?
In Katy, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Just saying, I'm just pointing it out. If we just kept that same energy. Yeah. You say, Willie, if they gave rights to fathers, there would be damn near no abortions. Wait, damn it, no adoptions. Yes. Yep. He said, why is she in her bedroom on the news? He said, don't they have a living room? They should. Listen. You know how it is. Sometime when you just done bought like a new mirror or something like that right there, you want everybody to see your new mirror and shit and see how you done decorated your blinds and shit. I like the little mirror though. You know what I'm saying? And all of her stainless steel items on her makeup dresser and shit, and how she put all of her pillows up and they lined up with different colors and everything's matching. A lot of times females, they just want the public to see some stuff, and that's why they do what they do. Because if don't nobody see it, then like what's the purpose, I guess. Yeah, we got an incident. Listen, talk to your children or don't. Talk to your children or don't. Explain to your children about decision making. You ain't got to. I would encourage you to, because we're supposed to love the kids, so I'm supposed to say that right there. Teach your children how to speak. Teach your children, what else I want to say? Teach your children to not do what the other children be doing and then be failing. Huh? You know what I'm talking about? We have a St. Paul fire inspector who has been charged with trying to sexually assault a teen. Yeah. Watch, listen.
Our top story tonight, a terrifying morning for a 13-year-old girl who was just trying to make it to school. Now, this happened about 2 weeks ago, and after missing the bus, the girl ended up in the car with a man who is now charged with trying to sexually assault her.
The 13-year-old missed the bus when she was trying to go to school, and she ended up in the car with a man. How does this happen? This is the part where I'm trying to tell y'all, teach your children to not do what other children do when they fall short of glory.
Up in the car with a man who is now charged with trying to sexually assault her.
Now let's see how a 13-year-old ended up in the car with a man.
The city of St. Paul says that man is a 73-year-old DSI fire inspector with the city. Fox 9's Leon Purvis joins us now with what the charges say happened. Leon, this had to be so scary for that victim.
Karen, this is disturbing. These court documents say a 13-year-old girl missed her school bus, walked blocks to try to get to school. She thought a 73-year-old man outside of the clinic was a security officer and could give her a ride to school. And
she thought the 73-year-old man outside the clinic was a security officer. She thought he was a security officer. So you mean to tell me a 13-year-old don't know what a security officer looked like? Was he in uniform? Huh?
School. She thought a 73-year-old man outside of the clinic was a security officer and could give her a ride to school. Instead, he took her to his apartment.
Teach your children to be able to recognize and identify security guards.
A 13-year-old girl just trying to get to school ended up in a dangerous situation. Last month, she missed the morning school bus and then walked blocks to try to get to school. Court documents say it was raining and she stopped on Phelan Boulevard near a medical clinic to ask for help. That's where she encountered 73-year-old James Allen Thomas sitting in a gray SUV. Investigators say Thomas asked if the 13-year-old needed help. Court documents say she was shivering when she said yes, and through her iPad, she communicated that she needed a ride to middle school.
Through her iPad? Oh, so she don't speak the language? Oh, she can't speak English. Oh, so she was shivering because like she was wet? So we sitting out cheering to school with no umbrellas? This is strange, but so she walked blocks and blocks and blocks. She trying to get to school, but because it was raining, she veered off into like the little buildings or something like that. Right there, she saw a man sitting in the SUV and said, "I need some help." She couldn't, like her phone didn't work or nothing. She couldn't call like her mama or nothing. Mama, I missed the bus and I'm walking to school and it's raining. Can you get me like an Uber or something like that? Right there? You say, whether this story sound fishy? I'm just saying, I'm trying to think it through. Thomas asked if she needed help, shivering. Victim 1, I'm assuming that that's what the V stand for. Victim 1 said yes and used her school iPad to communicate that she needed a ride to middle school. Say she wasn't taught stranger danger.
Because of his uniform, she thought he was a security officer.
So he did have on the uniform. Okay, bam, we answered that question.
Sir. Documents show Thomas turned off both his cell phones after leaving the clinic. Investigators say instead of taking the 13-year-old to school, Thomas drove to his apartment on the 1100 block of Agate Street.
So, I'm trying to tell y'all that these phones be receipts. They say he cut his phones off. He might watch the Willie Williams show. Listen. You got headphones get you in trouble. I'm trying to tell you, go ahead.
Court documents say the girl noticed a foul smell and saw beer cans. He motioned for her to go to the bedroom. He offered her $50 2 times to do sexual acts.
Damn, $50, that's price gouging for one. Let's just start there. And he is a map. Because she had done she had done told him, I need a ride to a middle school. So he's a map. It's not like she was going to high school and she old teenager, old little teeny bopper. Nope. She was going to middle school. She was supposed to have been going to middle school. He slid up at his crib. And what did he offer her $50 to do? And what did he ask her to go?
Instead of taking the 13-year-old to school, Thomas drove to his apartment on the 1100 block of Agate Street.
Got it.
Court documents say the girl noticed a foul smell and saw beer cans. He motioned for her to go to the bedroom.
Stop. She noticed the foul smell and stuff in the beer cans, and I'm guessing that was inside of his car or that was inside of the home. He motioned to her to go to the bedroom. So you mean to tell me she asked him to take me to school because I don't want to be that doggone late. I done missed the school bus. He take you to his house. You have to do this thing called get out of the SUV that you saw him sitting in uniform. Go inside the house. He's supposed to take you to school. You take it to his house. You go inside the house. Strange. Come on to the bedroom. So y'all know she went to the bedroom, right? And then he offered her $50 2 times. Somebody else said, well, that sounds like a little $100. That's a whole $100.
He offered her $50 2 times.
2 times. 2 times 50 is 100.
To do sexual acts. She said no.
She said no? And was that it?
Investigators say afterwards, Thomas grabbed the 13-year-old's iPad and asked if it had the location finder on. When she said yes, they quickly left the apartment and Thomas drove her to school. Court documents say...
Wait a minute. Wait. Thomas then grabbed the VI victims' iPad and asked, you got a location finder on here? She's like, yeah. They quickly left. They quickly left the apartment. So you mean to tell me that Thomas did not ask her this question before he drove her to the apartment? I don't understand. He said, yeah. 50 going once, going twice. That baby say, no. Oh, that's a good question. Is she really 13? Good question.
Drove her to school. Court documents say when the 13-year-old got out of Thomas's SUV, she approached a school staff member and hugged them tightly and was shaking, visibly upset.
She doing too much with the... So you hugging adults and shit now. They hugged her tightly, though. Another adult. You trusted. You got in the car with an adult that you didn't know. Went into the adult's house. He tried to give you some lunch money. You said no. Do this thing got a track on it? Yeah. Or a location ping on it, something like that? Yeah. Let's go. Get your stuff and get back in the car. We go on and take you to school.
Thomas got out of the vehicle and told the staff member he was a sergeant with the St. Paul Fire Department.
Hugged her tightly, which is very unusual. And JC could tell victim 1 was shaken and visibly upset. Thomas then exited his vehicle and approached JC. He introduced himself as a sergeant with the St. Paul Fire Department.
Told the staff member he was a sergeant with the St. Paul Fire Department. The St. Paul Fire Department tells Fox 9 they don't have the ranking of sergeant or an employee named James Allen Thomas.
So he's not even a fire chief or an employee, dog. What is you talking about?
Documents show Thomas was arrested Thursday, admitting to seeing the 13-year-old in the clinic parking lot off of Phelan Boulevard and gave her a ride to school. But he denied it took him 45 minutes to travel 6.5 miles to the girls' school.
He say Thomas denied that it took him possibly 45 minutes. He denied it. And I'm guessing he kind of figured, well, hell, I done cut my damn phone off, so they don't know how long it took. But if it was traffic. Go ahead.
The documents also say Thomas denies trying to have sexual contact with the 13-year-old. He added the girl looked about 10 years old and seemed scared while she was with him. Thomas posted bail. Meanwhile, he faces kidnapping and attempted criminal sexual conduct charges.
That kind of make it even worse. But he said he saw the girl and she looked to him like she was 10 and scared. So she's 13, and we was like, oh my God, and he's a map. Well, damn it. Yeah, he really a map. If what she said was true. If what she said was true. He looked at 10. So I took her on to my apartment and offered her $50 twice. You know, she be needing lunch money and stuff like that right there. She ain't got no true player to go on and take care of her. And it was easy for her to get in my car and for me to take her to school. A whole stranger. What's wrong with this picture? Huh? Is this a parenting problem? I know some people may say, no, Willie, this is the map problem. This is the man's problem. A man should not be trying to violate and or take advantage of a young girl. Stop it. Men have been taking advantage of women for so long. Women have been taking advantage of men for so long. It's human nature. Stop it. What should you should not. What damn it we do it. Shut up. But this is a parenting problem. And watch this. If her iPad has this thing called location finder, could we say that the iPad had a service plan on it too? And if the iPad had the service plan, why the 13-year-old did not contact the parent, her mother and or her father and or both, or her guardian, and tell, hey, I missed the bus and it's raining. Can somebody go on and take me to school? I'm just saying. Hey, watch your children or don't watch your children. It's on you. Well, teach your children or don't teach your children. It's on you. Your children gonna end up in a 73-year-old apartment. A 73-year-old apartment with two $50 bills. Keep it. Nah, you ain't gotta teach them nothing. You do not gotta explain stranger danger. Don't get caught in the rain and walk up to a dude in an SUV with a security guard uniform and ask him to take you to school. Don't do that. Yeah. The streets will teach you. Yes, the streets will teach you. The streets will teach your goddamn children. And that's why so many children end up on dope. End up out in these streets, hustling and hunching and enjoying themselves out in the community because the streets teach. Just trying to help. Move right along. I ain't gonna much hold you. Listen, do y'all think that anybody can get it? I mean, like violence, like anybody can get it. I don't give a damn about your mental health, your mental status. I don't care about none of that right there. You can get it too. Can you get jumped on too, just like the rest of us can get jumped on, right? Yeah. I got some. Now, y'all tell me if somebody being petty out here in these streets. Let's go to Colorado. We have a woman who had been attacked by another. Hold on. I got to grab this right here. Let's see what we can do. Let's go to Colorado to where a woman has been attacked by another passenger while riding the bus in Denver. And it's not just a woman who got attacked. It's a blind woman that got an attack. Here we go.
CBS Colorado exclusive, a violent attack caught on camera. Take a look at this. A woman who is blind and her seeing eye dog were assaulted on an RTD bus. Not just once, but twice by the same woman. Tonight, that suspect is still wanted by police. Your reporter Gabrielle Vidal joining us live after
she jumped on a blind woman.
Speaking with that victim and
say that mouth word.
Gabby, this entire altercation happened in less than a minute, but it has had a lasting impact.
Yeah, that's right, Michael. And the victim that we spoke to from this attack says she doesn't want to be defined by her inability to see, but says it was awful, a terrible experience, not being able to defend herself in this situation. She's hoping with anyone with any information on this incident will come forward and help her get some peace.
For Angela Stewart,
come on, Dixie, show me the way.
Being visually impaired has never stopped her in her tracks.
I've had low vision my entire life. I have a very rare eye condition that makes my retinas didn't form all the way.
Nearly every day after work, she walks along 16th Street with her German Shepherd guide, Dixie, leading her to their RTD stop.
I don't let my disability or issues like that define who I am.
Did y'all know? Shout out to the cameraman for getting right up there to them eyes. We want to see if you faking, baby.
I don't let my disability or issues like that define who I am. 1, 2, 3, up. So I'm going to take the bus because that's what I have to do.
But it's a route that.
What does low visibility mean? And did she not just count 1, 2, 3, step up?
that define who I am. 1, 2, 3, up. So I'm going to take the bus because that's what I have to do.
But it's a route that's now become a reminder of the one time she couldn't see danger coming.
Got on the shuttle like I always do, and there was a woman screaming on the bus at the bus driver. Well, my problem is that, she's screaming and yelling and carrying on, and I can't hear the bus stops.
Stewart says she yelled back at...
Oh, she couldn't hear the bus stop because I was finna say, Karina, got your ass whooped because you don't open up your mouth. But you couldn't hear the bus stop, so you got your ass whooped for opening up your mouth. You said something to that sister. That sister wasn't talking to you. Yeah, she was talking loud, but maybe the CNI dog need to know when the bus stop coming too. But go.
The woman to be quiet, and admittedly may have replied back to the woman when she threatened to beat her up.
She came up the bus and she punched me in the face. And then she punched me again and she pushed me into the back of the bus.
Video shared by RTD captured the whole altercation, Stewart trying to defend herself as the female suspect continued to punch Stewart and pulling her by the hair until other passengers tried to remove the suspect from the bus.
I was just floored. I couldn't believe that she actually hit me.
Moments later, the same suspect gets back on the bus to pick up a red object on the ground near Stewart's legs, grabs Stewart by the face and shoves her against the bus seats before getting away.
Maybe I shouldn't have said what I said, but I didn't deserve to get beaten like that.
Stewart sustained bruises on her face and body from the attack.
I'm not going to live in fear because somebody hit me.
Denver police continue to look for the suspect involved.
I can't fight back except for this way. Except for pressing charges.
For now, Stewart's remaining a little bit more vigilant every time she and Dixie get on the bus.
If she gets on the bus, all I can do is listen. Listen for it and see if she's on there.
Well, sister, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Shout yourself out because you fought back. Dixie gonna have to get some training, baby. Your dog should not see you getting attacked and your dog don't bite a bit. Dixie need to be trained to bite a bit. It's a dog. The dog ain't your friend. The dog need to be somebody who will attack and defend you at all times. Dixie acting like, Dixie's soft. But I just want to say this right here, baby. You told a dog you sister be quiet. You crazy. You need therapy. Baby, you don't tell the dog you sister to be quiet. I can't hear. It you signed a death certificate.
Stop.
Stewart says she yelled back at the woman to be quiet.
Be quiet. I can't believe she hit me. And that's what be a whole bunch of females' problems. A lot of y'all don't understand that your mouth gets you in the world of trouble. And a lot of y'all be shocked when you get punched in your shit. That's a problem. You all should never be shocked because you should learn from Willie Williams that your mouth can get you punched in it. Once you learn that, everything should be okay.
Admittedly may have replied back to the woman when she threatened to beat her up.
She say admittedly may have replied to a woman. So you slick rapped her. She slick rapped her. Huh? She admittedly said, I possibly said something to her when she responded to me telling her to shut up. Of course you did. You're a woman.
And admittedly may have replied back to the woman when she threatened to beat her up.
She came up the bus and she punched me in the face.
And shot that baby out for having her real. That baby out for having her real with her red purse and a blue and white dress on. She walked up to you and pumped you right. Bop, bitch.
When she threatened to beat her up.
She came up the bus and she punched me in the face. And then she punched me again and she pushed me into the back of the bus.
Video.
Shout her out for throwing them things back at her though. Shout her out for throwing them things back.
She punched me in the face. And then she punched me again and she pushed me into the back of the bus.
Video shared by RTD captured the whole altercation, Stewart trying to defend herself as the female suspect continued to punch Stewart and pulling her by the hair.
You got to buy you a new dog, sister. You got to buy you a new goddamn dog. You was not supposed to be getting hit. No, hell no. You need a pit bull, baby. You need a real dog. A real dog is a pit bull. Shout out Buddy right here, too. This is, if mind your own business was a person, this is Buddy right here. Watch him now. The whole time. Hold on. All right, right here.
She threatened to beat her up.
She came up the bus and she punched me in the face. And then she punched me again and she pushed me into the back of the bus.
Video shared by RTD captured the whole altercation. Stewart trying to defend herself as the female suspect continued to punch Stewart and pulling her by the hair.
Man, they always fight, man. Every time I'm trying to go to work, boy, they be out here fighting. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy. Shout out to Deborah for the $2 super chat. They say Willie trying to help. Call her. I'm trying to help that baby. He say keep talking over me.
Stewart trying to defend herself as the female suspect continued to punch Stewart and pulling her by the hair until other passengers tried to remove the suspect from the bus.
I was just floored. I couldn't believe that she actually hit me.
Moments later, the same
I couldn't believe she punched me in my shit after I told that lady to shut her mouth. Buddy with the backpack walked off on that.
Suspect from the bus.
I was just floored. I couldn't believe that she actually hit me.
Moments later, the same suspect gets back on the bus to pick up a red object on the ground near Stewart's legs, grabs Stewart by the face, and shoves her against the bus seats before getting away.
Maybe I
You said that she was beating the dog too? When?
shouldn't have said what I said, but I didn't deserve to get beaten like that.
Stewart sustained bruises on her face and body from the attack.
I'm not going to live in fear because somebody hit me.
Denver police continue to look for the suspect involved.
I can't fight back except for this way, except for pressing charges.
For now.
Oh, that's a good one right there. You say, I wonder if she knew that she was blind or just didn't care. I think that's a good question. I don't think that she knew that she was blind.
Stewart's remaining a little bit more vigilant every time she and Dixie get on the bus.
If she gets on the bus, all I can do is listen. Listen for it and see if she's on there.
That's a good point right there. You say, Willie, she was talking ish because she has a disability. See, she played that disability and or woman role. See, she couldn't play the I'm a woman role to another woman, but she can't. But she could have played I'm disabled. You know what I'm saying? I have a disability. I'm an elder. I'm a disabled veteran. You know what I'm saying? She played the role, but I really don't think that dog you sister knew that she was. Hold on. Because it's crazy. Once she walked up,
Dudley may have replied.
She's looking back at the person, and of course, because she's talking in that direction. I got it. But once this lady got in her face, her attention was in her face as if she could actually see. But she did say that she has low visibility, right?
Back to the woman when she threatened to beat her up.
She came up the bus and she punched me in the face.
Like she's literally watching her walk so she can see, but it's just low. She got that low level.
And then she punched me again, and she pushed me into the back of the bus.
Video shared by RTD captured the whole altercation. Stewart trying to defend herself as the female suspect continued to punch Stewart and pulling her by the hair until other passengers tried to remove the suspect from the bus.
I was just floored. I couldn't believe.
Just floored. I do understand. Yes, she's not completely blind. She's not completely blind, but it's hard to see. They say she should have claimed trans and made it a hate crime. Bam, baby, watch 236009 and just remember Willie Williams say, hush. I do understand, though, you do got to tell him, shut your goddamn mouth because I can't hear the damn thing. And or maybe you need to stand to the front so you can hear what the driver says. I don't know. Moving right along. I ain't going to be much hold you. I had no idea, but got to be more careful. I got a grandma, if y'all want to hear this story. If y'all want to hear this story, I'm going to go ahead on and give y'all this story. How many thumbs up do we have? Is we over 200? I have not been getting supported today. I have 180 thumbs up. We should have been over 200. Support is a verb out here in these doggone streets. Say P.O.P. Hold me down, baby. Mama. Listen, the 414 Kill Walker is checking on in and say, what it do, Willie? What it do? What do we have? Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, we also streaming live over here on Rumble, rumble.com, The Willie Williams Show. Twitter, twitter.com, The Willie Williams Show. Twitch, twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all for being around here, man. Go ahead on with the thumbs up. We need you. I got a grandma story. What do we want to do? 180 thumbs. Let me refresh again. We should be like 190 thumbs up. See, now you good people can see the thumbs up. So y'all see what the thumbs up look like. Why is we not over 200 now? We went all last week, at least for 4 days or something, where we could not, where you good people could not see the thumbs ups, and now I made it a way. Damn it, I found out how we could see the thumbs ups again. I got the thumbs up. We should have been over 200. Hold on. All right. Go ahead on to give y'all this good news, right? Watch it. Grab that. We have a grandmother of a suspect who was arrested in an alleged graduation shooting plot. She defends the shooter. Told y'all, boy, we love the shooter, respect this shooter out here. Look at him.
The grandmother of one of those suspects. He joins us live now. Dave, what did she have to say about all this?
What grandma said?
Well, you know, the grandmother says that she does not believe her grandson could be involved in something like this in any way because, for one, she says that he has a child of his own, and for two, to take part in something like this, she says he would be throwing his life away into the prison system. But Oakland County investigators say that they investigated this and that they are linking this threat to shoot a graduation party to him and another suspect, all thanks to a tip that a witness found on social media.
She say that he could not do the shooting because he got a child himself. What?
I think it's crazy. I really do.
LaVonda Newbern says she finds it hard to believe her grandson, 20-year-old Jamarion Hardiman, would be wanted for allegedly planning a mass shooting at a Pontiac High School graduation. But that's exactly why Oakland County law enforcement says they took him into custody.
He know that's prison time. Anybody know that. He only 20. He ain't trying to throw away his life.
He ain't trying to throw away his life, as if 20-year-olds is not out here trying to throw away their life. Shout out to Simone for the $5 cash shop. He said, thanks for the show, Willie. I appreciate you for being around here, though. Here we go.
And that's what he would be doing if he was doing a massive shooting.
Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard announced Hardiman's arrest hours after making a plea for him to surrender. A 19-year-old was also nabbed. Investigators allege the two planted weapons under cars at a graduation ceremony held for Art and Technology Academy at the United Wholesale Mortgage Sports Complex on Tuesday. Deputies originally got to the scene for a fight when a witness told them about a message on Snapchat said to include a threat to open fire on the ceremony.
I believe probably prevented a mass shooting when you consider the weapons that were there, the individuals that were involved who have a history of being involved with weapons.
Law enforcement worked with staff security at the event and said they found evidence pointing to the suspects placing these guns under vehicles, including a black and pink firearm and a Glock, both set with 80 rounds between them.
The fact that the investigators are saying this was a foiled mass attack.
That's crazy, because there was no shooting at all.
Say that's crazy. It was said that he was going to shoot up some shit. She's like, man, that's crazy. Ain't nobody get shot. You right, Grandma, but you found guns, though, baby.
Pink firearm and a Glock, both set with 80 rounds between them.
The fact that the investigators are saying this was a foiled mass attack.
That's crazy, because there was no shooting at all. They had no shooting up there. I saw the whole video. I was up there, and I still ain't seen no shooting to happen yet.
Seen no shooting, man. What y'all talking about? My grandbaby ain't did no damn shoot. No, baby, they was saying that it was a plot to do the shooting. That shit ain't happen. Wait, huh? What? No. They was going to do it. I done been all up there at that goddamn school. I ain't seen nobody shooting or nothing. I ain't seen the video or nothing. Oh, nobody shooting.
No shooting up there. I saw the whole video. I was up there, and I still ain't seen no shooting.
Still ain't seen no shooting. The video, I drove up there. You know, I ain't seen no shooting when I went up there. Nope.
It happened yet.
What kind of guy is he? What kind of person is he?
Well, he just likes to play basketball, and he run around with a couple of friends. He don't have a lot of friends.
Is there anything that would have ever indicated anything like this?
I don't know. That I can't answer. But I know he didn't have a gun, so. And I don't know about who was with him. I don't know that person or none of that.
I know he didn't have a gun, but you wasn't with them. He was with his friends and stuff, right? But he ain't had no gun.
Sheriff Bouchard says neither suspect is enrolled at the school and the motive is not clear. Lavonda Newbern says she stands behind her grandson.
I don't know who had a gun, but they was just all fighting, not shooting at each other. So I don't know where the...
Oh, so they were fighting, but they weren't shooting at each other. Oh, all right, go ahead.
Massive shooting come from, or none of that.
Well,
so they were fighting, but they weren't shooting. You should make a good point.
Sheriff says Hardiman is on probation for a weapons charge and does have a criminal history that is associated with violence that would...
Oh, so he on probation. Okay. So he's already had like problems like with the law and stuff like that, right?
Probation for a weapons charge.
So he's had weapons previously.
And does have a criminal history that is associated with violence. Now, we did ask the sheriff more about a possible motive, but the sheriff says that people are quick to resort to violence these days. The sheriff also touched on an issue he's been really pushing in previous cases. He says that he is all for criminal justice reform when it comes to nonviolent offenders, but when it comes to people who have a criminal history resorting or connected to violence, he says the system has to work better to hold these individuals accountable. Reporting live in Pontiac, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
Well, obviously, just because something didn't come to fruition doesn't mean that there wasn't some intent allegedly there. But, you know, when you hear about all of this, it did seem that, you know, as the police always say, if you see something, say something. And that's what did happen in this case, and it worked.
You say grandma a little slow or something like that. Mm-hmm. You say, I bet she made some good fried chicken, though. Yeah. You might be right about that right there. Made some smothered chicken. Oh, Jesus. She do got that little look on her.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And that's what they stress, that this is what the sheriff said in this business. This is what they call a clue. And this is exactly how these things should work. You don't want any kind of plot or situation like this that could go down. But clues like that, people being vigilant and seeing something and reporting it, is exactly how the system should work.
That's exactly how the system should work. So they say that the green-eyed bandit, huh? That's what y'all call Buddy the green-eyed bandit. Shout out to grandma, though. Her grandson ain't really, you know, he ain't trying to cause no problems out here in the doggone street. You say, why do they let these women on TV who sound slow? I think that they have been doing this type of stuff on purpose, like people who is unintelligent, people who sound slow, people who can't formulate a sentence, you know, because they have been wanting to show the uneducated and or the unintelligent people in the black community for the longest. Oh, they've been doing this for a long time, and have been showing that there got to be like some mental issues in a lot of our communities. Just saying. Stand by your grandson. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much of you. Got to be more careful. Stand by your grandson. He would never, although he already had charges before. He's had charges before when it came down to guns, but just not this time. Oh, got one for y'all real quick. This may be a misunderstanding. But maybe not. I don't know. Real quick. We have a woman who was accused of stealing a wig from a corpse at a funeral home. Go ahead.
Well, for our top story this afternoon, a woman was arrested after attempting to take a wig from a corpse at a Tyler funeral home. According to the Smith County Sheriff's Office, Tanya Boyd, right here on your
screen. Shout out to Tanya for having her reel. She got a 1 all the way around. Go ahead, though.
Went into the preparation room and removed the wig from a body. The funeral director told authorities that Boyd was at the funeral home early in the day and was asked to leave. When Boyd went back to the funeral home, employees saw her leave the building with a wig and did not realize it belonged to one of their clients. Boyd is charged with theft of a property from a human corpse.
What Boyd did again?
For our top story this afternoon, a woman was arrested after attempting to take a wig from a corpse at a Tyler funeral home. According to the Smith County Sheriff's Office,
Tanya. I don't know what to tell y'all, but Tanya needed that goddamn wig more than the corpse. Can we agree? Tanya needed the wig more than the corpse needed the wig, cause the corpse ain't going nowhere. Tanya probably got a place to be. You know
office, Tanya Boyd, right here on your screen, went into the preparation room and removed the wig from a body.
You say, bless her handsome heart.
The funeral director told authorities that Boyd was at the funeral home early in the day and was asked to leave. When Boyd went back to the funeral home, employees saw her leave the building with a wig.
Say, if all else fail, shit, you can't get into a beauty store. You can't get into a Sally's. And you can't get into a gas station who sell wigs and shit. Go around there to the funeral home. They free. I'm just saying. Listen, man, y'all give yourself a pat on the back when y'all made it to the end of the midday news out here on this wonderful slow-moving Monday. It's a slow-moving Monday, June the 9, 20 to 25. 20 to 25, man. Thank y'all for joining the play. We got 197 likes. Why is we not over 200? I've been begging, I've been crying, I've been shouting, I've been pleading. Can we get 200 likes? It should not take more than 10 seconds for us to get 200 likes. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. Simple, simple, simple. Players, prostate cancer awareness around here in the doggone streets say it's just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your la-la and or your life. It's your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm is. I really do appreciate y'all rock with the player. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Y'all done made it to 204 likes, and the time on the clock is 204. Is 2:04. Y'all need to play the cash 3 on that right there. Anyway, man, I just want to say thank y'all. And if y'all out there in Los Angeles to live and die in LA, be careful. Remember, protest, but protest peacefully. Do that right there. And I do think the illegals need to be held accountable. The illegals, they need to be moved from around here. They need to be sent back and sent back to their country. And if they want to come back legally and they want to fight for asylum and come to the great United States through asylum, then you got to come back through the proper channels. Huh? Why can't we just agree to that? I don't. Why can't Americans just agree to that? Why don't you just come in right? Shout out to Craig for the $2 cash out. We say thanks for the show, boss. You welcome. I appreciate you for being around here. I really, really do. Really, really do. You say that baby had done stole a 30-inch bust down? He stole a 30-inch bust down. Tony, you gonna be out here fine as all outdoors on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Listen, man, we're gonna come on back tonight for the nightly news around here at 7:00. Y'all come on around here and check on your peoples, man. Please remember to go around to the number 4 channel, the Willie Williams Show 47, and the Accept and Agree channel. Watch the standalone videos, man. I just thank y'all. I can't say it enough, and thank y'all for being around here on Rumble, Twitter, and Twitch. Listen, I'm going to get on up out of here. I'm gonna see y'all later.